Welcome to Tech Confidential's Behind the Money. I'm Mary Kathleen Flynn, and I'm here with Dwight Merriman, who's the chairman of Corp and the CEO of 10gen. 10gen is a new startup in the cloud computing arena. I think a lot of people know the term, like the term, but I'm not sure that they really know what cloud computing is. So why don't we start with defining it?
Right, so there's actually two parts to cloud computing. Cloud computing is really things moving from servers that were close to the user to out into the cloud where you don't have to manage them yourselves. There's a consumer side to it and there's a business side to it. So the consumer side is things like Google Docs, where you don't use Microsoft Excel on your computer and that moves into the cloud. That's not what we're doing. We're doing really the server side, where the servers of a company, instead of hosting them themselves, are out into the cloud.
Who are 10gen's customers and what are you selling them? Is it a service?
Right, so our customers are really people building websites who need web infrastructure, who want to be able to build complex, dynamic, scalable web infrastructure. So what we're really doing is providing them with what's called in the industry's platform as a service, which is a subset of cloud computing, where you have a set of tools that are pre-stitched together to work with each other as a platform for building your website infrastructure.
I mentioned that you're the chairman of Corp, and that's a group of companies, really, that you and Kevin Ryan have founded.
Right.
So are some of those companies working on the 10gen platform?
Yes. So, for example, Silicon Alley Insider runs its website on the 10gen infrastructure. And in fact, the way we became interested in doing 10gen is we were building these companies. We realized that on the tech side, we were solving the same problems over and over and over again. Feeling like we're reinventing the wheel. You know, solving problems with scalability and other aspects of technology, and that there had to be a better way to do it. So what we're trying to do with 10gen is create a better way to build website infrastructure.
Is this the first time for Corp that the technology, that a company has grown out of a need of your own companies?
I think so. A lot of the companies use Panther, which is a content delivery network for content delivery, but Panther was one of the very first companies.
So let's talk about the funding. 10gen recently got around from Union Square Ventures. How did that come about, and who did you work with there, and why did you pick them?
We've been speaking to Albert Wenger from Union Square for a long time, because Albert, independent of us, has had a lot of similar ideas about how this space should evolve and what's needed. So he's really been the thought leader out there in that platform computing space about how that space could evolve. So we've been talking to him for a long time and really felt that he would be a great person to have involved in as we build this out. And
before we let you go, could you just give us an update on where you are in your, I don't even know if I want to call it a product, but you're in your product launch, for lack of a better term.
Right, so we have an alpha release of 10gen out. The goal is to have a beta release in the fall and then full general availability in Q1 of 2009. So really the goal for the remainder of this year is just to finish R&D for the product.
Okay, and it's the earliest stage company in the Corp umbrella. All right, thanks very much, Dwight Merriman, chairman of Corp and CEO of 10gen. And thank you for watching Tech Confidential's Behind the Money. I'm Mary Kathleen Flynn.